Hello and welcome to Wake and Jake. It is the dog days, or maybe we're out of it. It's August 18th. We have a last-second special guest.
I love Realignment.
Joe's McFly is here. We are going to talk some MLB expansion and realignment today. Maybe it shocks you, maybe it doesn't. You might think Jolly Olive from his out-of-the-park baseball days would be one of the most hyped. Maybe Jimmy, the constant thinker of how to use the system or change the system or evolve the system. The man either most passionate or second most passionate to myself in this office that I've had the most conversations about expansion and realignment with is the one and only Joe's McFly. Why is that, Joe's McFly?
If I could rename my children Expansion and Realignment, I probably would. It's nothing.
I don't think he would.
I probably won't. I like Noah and Sophia.
Realignment.
Why do you like
McFly?
I love it because it brings a freshness to the league. That's number one. Number two, I like the idea of brand new rivalries.
You kept yelling chaos. You weren't going to be on this episode.
I am an agent of chaos, so I am trying to facilitate it and push it more. But other than that, I just like people wanting to hate each other. Like, people would just group together hating each other. I like that.
This country's got a lot of that right now.
Geographically coming together and being mad at each other, I like that. And I want more of that.
Just turning the hate up just because you're another city.
Get one piece of chicken, throw it in the middle, 4 dogs fight.
So we'll cover things from that angle, which maybe you haven't seen yet. And if you don't know why this conversation is back in the ether, it happened casually. Little Poppy getting a lot of love on his tweet because I heard it and then I paused. And honestly, if you guys know the state of Twitter/X right now, if it's a Sunday night, the Yankees have already played, just swept the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm honestly sitting there, especially with the Little League World Series,
Clocked
like
out.
I'm probably not going to tweet. I'm probably good. We just recorded a nice episode of Talking Yanks. I'm watching the Mets win their first series in a long time.
Good job, Mets.
Against the Mariners. That I'm probably going to stay out of the mix. And then I see Uncle Rob, Joe's new boss, Commissioner Manfred, pops on the broadcast with Carl, Coney, and Eduardo. I'm very interested to see how they're going to take the conversation. Is it just going to be softballs? It kind of wasn't. For those that were watching live, Carl Ravitch was like, hey, what's going on with you guys and ESPN? Because this affects me.
Yeah.
And Rob danced around it. That was the only one he danced around pretty good. He was like, yeah, we're going to figure it out in the next couple weeks. He didn't say anything about ESPN. He said we're putting together a puzzle piece, which I didn't love that because that just means, to me, sounds like a lot of different streaming services. And hopefully they're trying to get to a goal of everything being on one MLB platform. They've talked about that.
Move the blackouts.
They want to. They and Rob Manfred have admitted the blackouts are a problem. They screwed up. The problem with that is going to be getting the big market teams that make money off their TV deals to basically pool together with all of the other teams. But it's 2025. You need to be able to access the product and watch it. MLB's acknowledged that. I just have no idea if that can be a 2-year fix, if that could be a 5-year fix, or if the big teams are just going to be like, hey, we're good. If you want to lump in the other 25 teams to broadcast out, knock yourself out. We're not even discussing that today. Because Rob Manfred on the broadcast, they then started talking expansion and realignment, and the commissioner of baseball,
Who has the power?
the commissioner of baseball, who he just re-upped his contract. He goes through 29 or 31. We can look that up.
I seen 29 when I was reading.
I think 29. He says he plans to expand, and with expansion would be realignment. That these are two things we've heard about for years, and it's kind of been like winter meetings, like fodder. Like, oh, yeah. Like
Comes up once in off season.
There's going to be a day when the Yankees and Mets are in the same division.
It's my dream.
And there's gonna be a day we're gonna add 2 teams. London, Montreal.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Congo.
His contract ends in 29.
Yeah.
For those.
So
He also said he wanted to make sure that the two teams are chosen
right.
before he retires.
Right.
Which
So
is 29, he says.
for the people that know Wake and Jake, know that you are about to get a lot of half-baked information that's around it, with some details missing, along with legitimately, Joe's was not supposed to be a part of this. He came in here with a fire and passion about realignment, the divisions. You mentioned milk cannons at one point, which I don't know if that's going to come up again.
It's probably not going to make the episode, but it might. I said calcium.
You did say calcium cannons.
Could have been about anything.
That I said, you know what, Joe's, the people of Wake and Jake deserve to see it. I think I do want to start off with, I actually want to save the expansion teams and realignment for a second. I guess not the teams, because there's one part of this. Joe's, you and I talk about a lot of content.
A lot.
We've talked about dream content. You've convinced me.
Oh, yes. The expansion draft. What is that?
I was going to build it up a little more, but you jumped in, and that's fine. The expansion draft, the loser side of this that I'll get out now, the way I played video games growing up, it was a lot of fantasy drafts.
Yes.
It was a lot of, I'm going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars, clear the teams, I'm going to build my team. Same with baseball, same with basketball, same with every sport. It's my favorite way to play video games, to the point, baseball-wise, I started playing out-of-the-park baseball, which is just a sim game. It's just a baseball sim game. It's highly nerdy. It shocks people. It's arguably my nerdiest trait. I walk around kind of this tall, handsome jock figure, and people find that out, and they're a little taken aback. So here's what we do know on the expansion draft that me and Joe's have talked about since the Bronx office.
Yes.
Since 2020, we've talked about an expansion draft and how much we would love to cover that.
Maybe even a little bit of 2019. Guys, I've been on this realignment bus forever. Jimmy's been off and on.
So,
but I'm on.
Yeah, we'll see what big topics come up, because there's a conversation about watering down the product, and it's tough to argue against. If you add 2 more teams, that's 52 more baseball players, and we have teams struggling to put together MLB rosters right now, if we're being honest, and a lot of that ties back to ownership, that I don't think any of this would fix or help anyways. Honestly, I guess you could go a lot of glass half full, glass half empty with this kind of stuff. You'd like... Dan Rourke just had a freak out in the other room. I don't know what that was. You'd like to think MLB at this point has addressed, and I think Rob has quotes about this, that the MLB ownership is a little bit of a problem. You need owners that are willing to spend. It's just good for the product. I mean, look what's going on right now. I mean, with the Athletics don't have a home.
Pittsburgh.
I think he went on the McAfee show and they grilled him because they're a bunch of Pittsburgh guys, and yes, that's a problem. So I would say the half glass full aspect would be 2 new owners willing to spend and willing to be excited about a baseball team would probably be a good thing for the sport. Baseball player wise, yeah, you're digging a little deeper. But the expansion draft itself, you would see more Joe's McFly than you've ever seen. I don't know why it excites you. Why does it? I just explained my video thing. It's like my dream stuff. Why do you?
I told you, I'm an agent of chaos. There's a lot of stuff. I'd probably be reporting live from Yankee Stadium, man. The Yankees have just lost somebody to the expansion team. Hopefully not. And you get to protect certain players or whatnot. But just seeing who goes where, what happens, and just movement is good. Change
who's left exposed
is good too. Who's left exposed?
You know why I'm shocked? You know why I'm shocked?
Why?
Because normally you are Yankees above everything.
I am. But I need the Yankees to exist in the league that I want to grow.
But a lot of this, is bad effects for the Yankees. You're losing players. You're potentially being in a tougher division.
Yes.
Which we'll get to in a second. For the actual draft itself, something for you guys just to stir along in your head, another Dan Rourke yell, which is just shocking. It's 1:30. There's nothing happening. What was that?
He's just watching old warehouse videos.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Somebody else from the office went in there, said I was watching this, and now he's watching an at-bat he liked.
That's insane. Out of the park baseball that I play, and I believe the last expansion draft, because they have that as like a format of something you can do. You can protect 15 players. I'm just saying things get tight quick, and usually within those rules, if you're a 10-5 person who has your rights, you have to get put on the list.
Yes.
If you already had a no trade
If you
clause.
have a no trade clause, that would put you on the list. So originally, I know when we were thinking about some of this, some teams with guys that have maybe contracts you don't like, they might not be plucked by the team because they wouldn't want them necessarily, but they may be now required to put on your list, which is kicking someone else off.
Yeah.
Now, baseball hasn't done an expansion draft since I think was it 97 or.
Yeah, I don't know when they did the draft of it, but
It was the Rays.
They brought the Rays and the Diamondbacks.
Correct. Buck Showalter, look what he did with those Diamondbacks. That's where I get excited. When those protected player list comes out and you could start building your roster, because what traditionally it has been is that first round you have to take a player from every team. So your team will be losing one player.
Guaranteed.
So it's almost it's a little bit of who's the best player available, obviously.
Yes.
But then you also have to reverse engineer it a little bit, where if the Colorado Rockies are the last team on the board, are you just punting and taking some reliever with upside? Do they leave someone unprotected that you're interested in? And then does that affect one of your earlier picks? It turns into fantasy sports.
That's a dream job for a GM. You're literally creating
It's my dream.
Your organization.
you're the GM
from
who it's
scratch.
a fantasy for.
That's what you
It's
would
it's
like.
an absolute dream. So you'd get to do that for one round. The other teams then get to protect 3 more players. And then I believe they do a similar thing. One from each
It's like
team
every
again,
round you get
protect
to
another 3.
add another few.
Where things get even crazier in that realm that are super exciting is we value prospects more than ever.
Oh, the prospect huggers will be so sad.
Because think about this, Joe's McFly. If you're one of these teams, who has a good farm system right now? Do the Orioles still have a good farm system?
Tigers?
Tigers, I believe, are number one. Everything's a preference.
Yeah, someone just traded away everyone and their farm got good. Arizona, maybe? You have to then decide, this top prospect in Double-A, are you keeping them or you're starting first baseman?
Crazy thing is that you lose them for nothing.
There would probably be 40-man roster, non-40-man roster, segments,
Well,
and
yes.
different
You
rules,
can
right?
protect some different things, but
It's like the guy.
guys become 40-man eligible
Yeah.
a lot earlier.
There's going to be some guy that hasn't made his MLB debut yet that ends up on that 15-person list. It's
By the way,
had not thought about him.
This is all great for the players.
Yes. I mean,
But great
we just
for the
opened up 52 jobs.
Yes.
You're
It's
baseball-
presumably going to be 2 cool cities to live in.
baseball is a
jobs.
sport of opportunity that, yes, with the watered-down product, but also some guys are going to get some run. This is just completely fake and nothing, but I've always liked Miguel Andujar. He gave me really good memories as a Yankee fan. He just got traded to the Cincinnati Reds. He has an OPS of 8 on the year.
It's awesome.
Good for him.
Guys like that who have been quadruple A players, a couple of them are going to get a chance. In between injuries or whatever the baseball path has led them down, it does open up some new opportunities. So, yes, the baseball product itself will be watered down across the different teams, but you could also see potentially guys resurge their career or whatever it is. Anyways, that's a little bit on the draft that I will tell you will be one of my most favorite pieces of content I will have been involved in. I am going to make a petition. Like when the cities get assigned, I want like a special advisor role.
Sure.
I'm in the media. Aaron Boone's last job was in the media. He's the manager of the Yankees. He had a career before that.
Yeah.
That was different.
A little bit of a family background.
Check,
I'd like the extra check. And, dude, this is like an actual dream.
Okay.
An actual dream. Like, I don't have a lot of actual dreams. That would be an actual dream to be involved in a real life one of those. Like, that's crazy. All the teams on the board, these are the 15 you can't take. Here's the 15 that maybe we should take.
The crazy thing
The next
is,
round starts and we get the announcement for which three got added.
Which 3 got saved. We're doing
that's
a talking
24-hour
We're
stream.
doing a Talking Yanks episode. Which 3 should they save now? Why did they
Is it
pick
going to be on
that
TV?
guy?
There's never been an expansion draft on TV, right? How
No,
90s was the last one in any
They
sport.
just started
It was
airing
by-
the MLB
It was
draft.
by the good old telephone.
They barely air the current just draft.
So that's one of it that I get very excited about, and it would be interesting to see how they tweak the rules of an expansion draft.
There's money things now that are like a bigger part of it than what it
always-
was from before.
There's
Before, the money
always-
wasn't as big as what it is now.
There's always
There's
money
money.
things. So that's one side of this. The other side of this that I think the general population is more excited about are where are the 2 cities going to be?
Okay.
And then the realignment side of this that has people that we were just in the blender for about 20 minutes. Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, this is very much the classic sports discussion that you're debating about nothing. Like for the next 20 minutes or so, we're just talking.
And that's good.
And that's good. It's the beautiful thing of it. So let's get into those two cities and
Proposed cities first. It's Portland.
I was going to do an ad read if that's okay. TaskRabbit.
Excited.
I'm hoping to be a TaskRabbit for one of these new front offices. They hire me. I come in. I do the work. Bing bong. I've done my genuine resume experience would be like I've done 400,000 fantasy drafts.
Good.
You probably could list yourself as available for somebody, help with somebody's fantasy football draft,
Plug me in.
help with somebody's new franchise they want to start.
Give me a tryout. I will pass. Anyways, for those of you that live in the real world, that maybe you brought a patio set. Joe's lives on a lake. He's always buying stuff now, and you got to build it, but then something comes up and you're busy. Why don't you get a TaskRabbit? Someone who is skilled, unlike you and me, in the nicest way.
Okay.
We're friendly. We're a good time.
Yeah.
I don't think we're handy.
I can be handy sometimes.
Go get a TaskRabbit and not Joe's McFly. Every time I move into a new apartment, I get a TaskRabbit. We have this giant mirror thing that I'm not hanging that level. I'm probably going to break it. Instead, we brought in a TaskRabbit every time. They hang it clean. I don't get proud in that moment. There's no need when there's people that are good at this, and you could get 15% off your first task at TaskRabbit.com or on the TaskRabbit app using promo code BAKERS. Promo code BAKERS at TaskRabbit.com, 15% off your task. TaskRabbit, book trusted help for home tasks. Normally, they kind of start looking around, and you start looking around like, well, actually, I don't know if I can fix that.
I think this picture, too.
It's people that just fix stuff.
Like a handy person.
If a guy's volunteering to be a tasker for one thing, they know how to do other stuff, too,
They're
probably.
up for it. They like doing stuff.
Good.
Joe's,
Maybe I should
let's do the cities.
TaskRabbit part-time.
So let's, for this exercise, the A's are going to Las Vegas.
Yes, that's happening.
I think we can all agree on that. For this exercise, the Rays stay in Tampa.
Yeah, let's just say the Rays got their
New
stadium
owner.
in
Let's
Tampa.
assume they've figured out Tampa.
They've been really around the new stadium. Maybe that all goes to hell, and that opens up 2 East Coast slots. But for this exercise, let's leave it there. I also think the other interesting thing about this, I think a lot of this is CBA stuff. So the lockout that's supposed to happen at the end of the 2026 season, so after next year, I think that's when everything's going to be on the table.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to understand why people are going to talk lockout more.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to add 2 teams, that's a lot of money and a lot of different things getting involved. So, yes, that would be a massive wrench to all of this. Again, there's a 90% chance I'm missing stuff there, but it also makes sense to me. And I do love that these cities have to give their proposal to Rob Manfred, which, imagine the different sweeteners.
Yeah.
I don't know.
By the way, a lot of people don't know this, but there's a financial,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
there's a financial incentive for the owners to want to do this, obviously. I mean, I think that each franchise team will have to pay at minimum.
There's like an entry
I think
fee.
it's like $2 billion in franchise fees that'll get split amongst the owners. Some good money split.
That's not bad.
That's a lot of money split amongst them.
Redon's contract covered.
And they're adding 2, so that's $4
Right.
billion.
Correct. That's good.
That's good.
The cities that are the most rumored are
Portland.
Portland. We'll go west to east.
Okay.
BBD, even if you're watching on the YouTube, thanks and subscribe. Has an MLB logo over Portland. I think one of these 2 teams is a lock. Okay. I do think there's going to be a West Coast and an East Coast team. Mm-hmm. West Coast is Portland and Salt Lake City.
Okay. Salt Lake City.
Like maybe there's some world where Oakland gets a team back, or they decided they love what they've seen in Sacramento this year.
The Oakland thing would
They're doing something out west.
Oakland would be great.
I think they're doing something out west.
I believe there's going to be a West Coast team. America's GM Jim Bowden does not. That's fine. Salt Lake City just added a hockey team. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I wonder if it's the wheels that make the world turn, whether that's just a bunch of rich dudes or, I don't know, Salt Lake City is a growing place, and Colorado this is going to be the most Rockies talk you've heard in an episode all year.
They're by themselves.
They are by themselves. Portland has been a city that has blown up. Baseball has been a massive success in Seattle. Portland has become essentially a Seattle. They are looking for a buddy system. Like right now we have the MLB logo up there. Otherwise, there's nothing around Seattle.
I guess either way, Seattle or the Rockies finally get a buddy.
Someone gets a buddy, and I think it's going to be in Portland or Salt Lake. The East Coast, Nashville.
I think on the West,
Okay.
they actually outside looking in. But it's good that people know this.
Where are you throwing in?
People were saying Mexico. I don't believe that they're going to do another outside of the country team, but
Would be fire.
it would be interesting if that would be a national team for them.
Mexico
So
City.
I'm just putting that out there.
I like
they
that you
played
put that
MLB
out
games
there.
over there too.
Yeah.
So
That deserves a slice of the pie.
they've thought about
Toronto
it. but-
can have a team.
Right. Toronto could have a team, but Canada also wants Montreal back. But we'll see. We'll get to the East Coast.
That was a fair throw-in.
Yeah. Good. I've been looking into this forever.
On the East, in the East,
Yes.
Nashville is the most popular. It's the most popular city.
Yes.
It is blown up.
I love Nashville.
It's in a part. I mean, where the MLB logo for that team goes on the map fits perfectly.
Perfect.
There's a little gap there. You can't add another team in Braves territory. Stop it. They'll add a team wherever they want. And it's probably going to be in Braves territory.
Yeah.
Because Braves territory is a quarter of the country.
I mean, they're not the Rockies.
There's no people out there.
Braves territory, for those looking at YouTube, is currently all of this.
Yeah.
That a Nashville team, it seems to make a lot of sense. They have pro football. The Titans, we don't think of them as Nashville, but they are. They have the Nashville Predators in hockey that have been massively successful, and they're also just right in the heart of downtown.
Sports city.
The population has become a sports city.
There are a lot of players that live there during off seasons and
College is
stuff.
big
Mookie
there
Betts
too.
probably comes an ambassador at some point. He's their third manager. Nashville, very much in play. Charlotte, another city that has blown up since this discussion has become a discussion.
Yes.
Where their minor league baseball stadium is, it's in the heart of downtown. They could probably just build upon that and make it major league level. And then you have the location, which is part of the reason those Colorado Rockies still exist and nobody talks about moving them.
Yep.
They finish fine in attendance every year, even though they're putting out the worst baseball team ever this year, one-upping last year's worst baseball team ever. So put that on the Jom side of watering down the product. We have a couple teams that are. But the Rocky Stadium is beautiful, located in the heart of downtown, that it almost cannot fail. That I think Charlotte would be able to do that. I don't know all the actual logistics and stuff and city planning. I would think that's what they do. It's a city that's blown up. It's a city that has pro sports teams.
Yes.
And it's, again, in that Braves territory that has more than enough space and almost fits on this map perfectly as well to go with those other East Coast teams.
Yes. I like this. I like this as well. Charlotte's cool. Charlotte they had their basketball team.
Yeah.
But they're still a good
They're
city,
very
good sports city as well. I like
Panthers.
Nashville more, but
Okay.
there's that.
Montreal has been rumored again.
Yes.
Which I'm in between on.
It feels like if it came down to it, like MLB,
we had
enough people probably say been there, tried that.
We've had the Tampa tease doing 20 home games in Montreal. Do you remember that?
That was crazy.
Plan?
Yeah, I remember that. That was interesting.
The
Like, how are you guys going to do
Snowbird
that?
Rays. I don't know. Montreal's an awesome city. I went once.
2 teams in Canada.
It just seems in this time and opportunity of baseball, Montreal would really have to bring
A lot to the team.
something else to the table. And maybe that will be. I guess that's the part that I don't know. Because what wins next?
Right.
What happens in the pitch?
When Rob is presented, does it just turn into money? I mean, it can't be one down payment because we're talking about 30 years.
Yes.
Worst case, like 20 years. So it has to make sense financially for TV, for jersey sales, for popularity, for everything, that I just have to think the opportunity for a new baseball team in Nashville, Tennessee versus Montreal right now, I just think those are such different business. And then you're in on the Orlando Dreamers?
I am not. That is not happening. I don't see Orlando Dreamers. To put another, that's crazy, guys. You can't do this. To put another team in Florida after both teams are struggling to draw attendance.
Both teams feel like the biggest candidates to move.
Right.
Yes.
So I think maybe if you want to move the Marlins to Orlando, you could do that. No, they got a new stadium.
Stop with Orlando.
Not the Marlins. I meant
Miami's cool.
Tampa.
Tampa? Well,
If you want to move them to Orlando, maybe. But I think that'll be the most that the Dreamers get.
Like even like more zoomed out. If we're assuming Portland or Salt Lake City, both, I think you look at a map and think cold city. Probably the other one they're gonna want to warm.
Yes. I'll throw another team in Texas before.
Which is just tough for Montreal.
I think Portland's a sneaky.
They're probably both sneaky, nice weather.
They're not like a cold weather city.
Yeah. Like Salt Lake City, I know people think of skiing and stuff,
Right.
but I know
But
that's sort of the same
outside
deal
the
with
city.
Denver.
Same with Denver. Yeah.
I also don't want these new stadiums to be open air, by the way. I want them to have like a retractable roof.
I mean, you could talk about that in the CBA. I don't care.
I know you don't.
I don't care. Let's see. October weather. Am I looking at the October weather in Portland?
Seems like you might be.
I don't think I did this right. Okay, I did do it right. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
62, low of 45.
Oh, not bad.
That's some good playoff weather.
How's
You can
March,
live with
April?
That's good.
Comment below.
I'm out on Portland weather. Let us know what your favorite weather is. I think I'm a light flurry.
You like light flurry of what?
Snow? Yeah.
Okay, so you want snow in October.
Like a light snow, yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Out of those two cities, what do you want? What are the two cities?
Nashville, for sure. Portland, you're kind of selling me on little by little. I kind of like Mexico. It would be cool just to have another, I'm Spanish, so to have like a Spanish team would be cool, and like having another team that another like nation could rally behind. I like national stuff, but I think that it will be in the U.S., so I can see Nashville for sure, and I'll see Portland just because geography-wise it makes sense.
The one line Manfred had about stuff mentioned geographical adjustments, so I would assume adding a team in Mexico City far away.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to be a hard sell.
I know we asked you to comment on your favorite weather, which I do care about.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you know more about the inner workings of the world, comment below, because like if you type in Major League Baseball in Portland, it comes up that they do not currently have a team. The Portland Diamond Project is leading the charge.
Yes.
They have an $800 million proposal with state-backed bonds to help it.
That's it.
So, like, what happened in the government? Like, one day in the Portland government, they were like, hey, we need to back up some money to buy a baseball team. Now, the thing that I'll add to that is Salt Lake City has done essentially the same thing. They have a 100-acre job site closed off.
Wow.
Led by the Larry H. Miller Company. That, again, I don't know how the world spins. I don't know how this is going to go down. If the Miller family is friends with...
Oh, yeah, it's about who you know, too.
A couple of the owners and Uncle Bob.
Or they do some other dealings in other businesses. I'll get you in.
That's often how it works.
You remember what Mark Cuban said? He said that...
I don't remember.
He said,
say?
well, I mean, maybe it'll refresh your mind after I say it. He said that baseball is kind of like owning a baseball team is like you're getting what they said is like you're getting like a crown jewel or something like that. Like they don't really give those out. Owning a sports team is like, is big and like whatever it is, whether it's NFL, hockey to a lesser degree, if anything,
any of the major
I'm just
sports
saying,
teams getting to
NBA,
own that.
NBA, NFL, MLB especially.
Right.
They're very about who they're gonna let in.
Well, once you're
we've seen it with Cohen.
Once you're in the club,
Yeah, once you're in the club, that's it.
You're in the club.
Yeah,
that's it.
You're not out.
They protect you whether they want to or not.
Right.
Basically until the very, very end. Dan Snyder with what was the Redskins.
Whoa.
And then who was that super racist guy that owned the Clippers?
Donald Sterling.
That was.
Yes, you have to do some craziness.
And boy,
not
did
even
he.
behind closed, like in
he
public.
He was in public.
It was
That
insane.
wasn't
public
closed doors.
craziness.
That man just started losing his mind
That Jolly Olive video is gonna slap.
when he starts doing NBA.
I'm Jolly Olive, and this is the story of Donald Sterling. Whoa, Jolly, we can't post that. Anyways, it feels like Nashville. There's momentum there. It fits the map well. Portland and Salt Lake, I just have no idea. I think it's whoever probably rallies the most other owners around them.
Whoever gets the best relationship with other owners, whoever raises the most funds is going to be ready for everything to be ready sooner.
Right.
Well, the other thing, and this starts getting to the realignment part that, again, gets you the most H, is that Rob did say this on the broadcast. He said that with realignment, less travel. So
Yes.
we're talking about the wear and tear of the season. When we interview Boone on Talking Yanks, it's something we don't put in the episode, but Boone is like, yeah, we just 13 days, no off days, and we had to fly from here to there, and like that's real.
And our getaway day is a night game.
Like again, these guys don't need it as an excuse, but have you ever traveled somewhere and it's been late?
You're exhausted.
Have you ever landed somewhere at 3 a.m. and you still have to go home?
Yeah.
And then you have to be somewhere at noon the next day? It does suck.
Yeah.
And you're playing
Usually
a
try
physical
not to have to
sport.
come to work.
You're the catcher that took 3 off your forehands yesterday. Like, it's all summer.
You
Yeah.
feel it.
I asked Cole Tucker, who was in town for a special John Boy Media event this week. Stay tuned for more of that. Cole
Okay.
has Cole has one kid, and has another on the way. Congrats, Cole. And I was like, I hit him with I was like, dude, how you doing, man? I was like, are you kind of, because he did the parent speech of like, he's like, yeah, number 2's coming, so, that's probably going to be a little different. And
Nice.
like, I'm not going to, might be less golf, like that kind of speech. And I was like, oh man, that's funny. I was like, are you operating like this is your like last summer? I don't know, just keeping conversation going. He goes, no, dude, this is my first summer ever. He's a baseball player.
Whoa.
They don't get summers.
Don't.
Anyways, so the travel
That's true.
and the wear and tear is very real, that the realignment matters for keeping guys healthy in theory. At least that's how MLB is going to spin it. And there's something to it. The other thing that Manfred did say was for the TV broadcast, they very much want to get back to a 7 p.m. games, 10 p.m. games. So if you watch baseball,
Yes.
you watch at 7, you watch at 10. We are all creatures of habit. Get
like
that
that.
back in the cycle. So that's where I would put another one in, one West Coast, one East Coast. Again, we are doing a lot of guesstimating like a lot of people. For the rest of this exercise, drum roll, please. Congratulations, Portland and Nashville.
You guys have won.
I like the pairing with Seattle.
Yeah.
Like
It does just like look right when I
you
look
can
at the
just
map.
own the Northwest. That
Yeah.
feels like such a good hipster rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
Like coffees and dreadlocks.
Yeah,
I
they
love all
they
that.
weirdly like each other, but
It
it
rains
is a
over there in
rivalry.
Seattle, not over here in Portland.
That's not real trash talk. They say
Oh,
up there.
we have NBA too. You
That's
don't.
not real.
They can.
And Nashville, yeah, sure. Okay, so this gets into the final part of it. If there are now 32 MLB teams, they will probably expand to an 8-team playoff. I don't know what that format will look like. Initially, you probably shouldn't love it, and I'm kind of still in that boat.
Yep.
I'm still very much in the boat that if we're going to head that direction, that we're already kind of in. What are we at? 6 teams?
Currently,
Yeah. 3
six.
division winners,
Yeah.
3
3-3.
wild card. It's a lot of playoff teams.
a lot.
And part of the beauty of baseball is the long regular season and rewarding the good teams and rewarding a good baseball season. That if we are going to head that direction, I do hope we just reward the best teams better, whether that's the first 2 teams having a full bye and everyone else has to play.
Okay.
It gets very tricky with baseball because it's a sport that's supposed to be played regular.
Every day.
So in a way that can penalize teams. So if we're going to go that way, I'm very interested in potential playoff formats. And if you're someone that hates that, I'm kind of with you and know that, but know that the leagues compare themselves to each other. So the NBA right now, technically letting 20 out of 30 teams into the dance.
That's
Insane. Insane.
20 teams. It's great.
What the NBA
Bad teams get it.
What the NBA more so has going for them, though, which I think baseball fans can hold out for, is when the 8 seed in the NBA makes it, even though there's been a lot of funny business seeding-wise, those teams are normally about to run into the Celtics with a
Yes.
1 seed or whoever the best team in the West was. Like,
When the 8 seed is like made runs in the NBA, there's like funny business to why that happened. They
Right.
made a big midseason trade. There was a lockout.
Ewing
and
got hurt,
season.
something
There's-
chaotic that normally the NBA still sorts out with teams 7 through 10 in the division, that they can do that funny business, and the best teams are still pretty much going to be there. With MLB,
NHL is kind of like
NHL gets a little random with the goalies. I mean, still in the recent years, the best teams have done pretty well. Baseball, Diamondbacks, Rangers, if your team finds the sauce at the right time, we've seen it in many playoff runs. And maybe even if it's not all the way to the World Series, it's still eliminating a team that, like, okay, that's how my season ended. Tarek Skubal.
It's going to be harder to win a World Series.
One of the 3 games.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to work on that. Where it does get fun is the actual realignment or conferences that you can either go, 4-8 team?
Which I would guess
divisions?
Is more likely.
Or you can do 8 4 teams.
Yes.
There's a 4-team alignment that gets you more excited than anything, Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to hear you talk about
the
that.
East having the Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Phillies are just all the teams that want to hate each other. I need them together. Jake doesn't want that. He wants to throw an Oriole in there. I'm like, no, that's not fair to the Orioles, okay? I'm thinking about the Oriole fan. Why would they want to be in that, like, looking around?
But
and
this
everybody...
is the first time you've ever thought about the Oriole fan.
What? Listen.
It's guilty.
I want
guilty.
All these 4 teams right here want an excuse to hate each other. For some reason, the Mets and the Red Sox want to feel like brothers or some weird reason.
They hate the Yankees.
Because they hate the Yankees, and that's fine. I need them to hate each other. I need the Yankees and the Phillies to hate each other more, too. You know? The Mets and the Phillies hate each other. I need more cross-hate there. Phillies and Red Sox, like, do they even talk?
It's very...
I don't know if they talk.
I think they're at a détente.
Right.
I think it's kind of like gross beards, gross hair.
Sure.
This would be the first real crossover.
They feel like cousins.
They're grit and grind, and they almost know, like, they can't start talking.
Yeah.
Because if they do... In Boston, they have... Or excuse me, in basketball,
yes.
Sixers and Celtics
Yeah.
have a lot of
Good.
disdain for each other.
Eagles and
fans
Patriots
wanna
played a couple
cross-pollinate.
Super Bowls, but
Eagles and Patriots, slightly different timelines, but you do get that one. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and I think in the early 2000s they got one. So
Sure.
there's some big picture dislike, I
Philly
guess.
wants
but
to hate New York.
They've never
do.
fully opened up the hate chest.
Boston.
Neither has New York and Philly, really.
Well, New York.
The Mets and Philly.
Mets and Giants, Eagles is a
And
thing,
Knicks
and
and-
Knicks, Sixers, and
Knicks
you get
and-
the other
like,
sports.
The fans. All right, like if you're a Yankee fan or a Met fan, you're probably a Knicks fan.
That almost neutralizes
fan.
the fight.
And you all hate Philly. And you all hate Boston. So let's all be fans together hating each other again. I like all that. I think
So you
that's
like them
good.
as a foursome.
Those teams can all visit each other. And if they want to be toxic to each other, they can. Actually, attendance might, those teams are not like begging for attendance. Attendance might somehow go up there because those guys can actually travel to each other, which is pretty cool.
I guess that's where the Yankees and the Red Sox have to be together however we do this. It's currently the Yankees and Red Sox don't play enough. I'm excited for the series this week, kind of. We're also living in fear because this Yankees team makes you live in fear.
Yes.
And if we're going to do this whole thing, how many times has someone asked you in the last 8 years how you feel about the Mets?
And I say, I don't care because they're not in my division. And I don't. But if they're in my division, I do. I'll hate them.
So if that happens, the Subway Series... Which
box
has
office.
Juice, man.
It has juice.
It has juice becomes...
That's fan juice.
Must watch, go to... What'd you say?
It has juice. Fan juice.
You're fan juicing.
Fan juice.
Calcium.
So I kind of... If this does happen, if all of this movement happens, everything I just talked about, an expansion draft and realignment... I need the Yankees, Red Sox, and Mets.
Yes.
Locked into...
Good. We're on the same boat.
A 4... Or I guess I haven't done the 8-team...
I do think it would be more likely to be 4 8-team divisions, just the way baseball goes.
If it's 8, you can give me all 4 of those teams. And then Pittsburgh. What?
We get the Beltway in
Pittsburgh
there.
in there.
Toronto.
Hey guys, can I come to play?
And here's one version
Jump.
I drew up of 8-team divisions that
So BBD has an 8-teamer up on.
Toronto, get
Biggest-
out of here, man.
that would get Toronto involved. There's a version I did
want
that has them
Toronto
focusing on the
involved
Florida
at
teams. They're a
all.
wrinkle in all of this.
The map game gets
It's
wildly
a crazy map game.
Because, kind of shocking when you see how many teams are in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And how close those cities kind of are to
That's
each
a
other.
lot of baseball.
That is.
Are we big in the Midwest? Is
Well,
John
yes.
Boy like a folk icon in the Midwest?
Yes. Because people watch stuff there on their phone, and technology helps.
People watch stuff on their phones.
Technology helps.
Do you have the 4-team one?
You want to go back to the 4-team
go.
one.
And we just started crafting 4 teams.
So 4-team right there.
So far, we just listed the one we'd be part of.
No, there'll be conferences, East-West, obvious.
Yes, and
gonna-
that's we probably
Yeah.
should have said that an
Said
hour
that.
ago that it will be
It would probably
East-West to some
eliminate
degree.
NLAL and
Probably get rid of
The
it.
central part gets tough in the switch.
You split it up, figure it out. That's good. I kind of like 4, which is cool.
if we're saying regional is like the focus, as Manfred said in his blurb last night that it inspired this whole episode, then these
Where are you
teams would be
going next,
together.
Jake? What's the next 4-team?
So I'm always a fan of reverse engineering things that I like going out west.
Oh, you want to go west? All right, let's go west.
But it gets really tricky because there are 5 teams in a pocket there with the Dodgers, the Angels, the Padres, the A's, and then Arizona. So that's 5. And that's excluding the Giants, who are like right there. In my heart's heart, I would kick out Las Vegas and probably have the Rockies, Vegas. No, because then that makes 5 up north. God damn it. Okay, so I would go A's, Giants, Portland, Seattle.
A's, Giants, Portland, Seattle.
So we're still on West Coast time. It's probably
This
the most.
works.
It's probably the most.
It'd be way better if we made the A's go back to Oakland.
People
but
will be upset that you're removing a Yankee Red Sox kind of rivalry and removing Dodgers Giants, by the way. But
It's tough, dude, because I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do. But you're still in the same conference.
There's-
You're just not in the same division.
we'd probably still have teams facing their conference like twice a year.
They'll face each other
your
regularly.
division a lot
Yes.
more.
Yes.
Where's Dodgers,
Change happens.
Where's Dodgers Giants at?
Well, right
Because it
now,
got nasty for a
yeah,
while.
right now it's a little dormant. Right now it's more Dodgers Padres,
Right.
and then you'll introduce Angels to that.
Like Dodgers Giants was like unsafe for a while.
So you'll have Dodgers, Angels, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Then you're saying, I mean, not
Yeah, I mean the
Padres.
other thing you could potentially do is you kick out Arizona, and you put them in a funky division with like Colorado or in the
Like you
Texas
could
teams
do
or something
these-
like that.
those.
And
But
there's-
now you're short
but
a
then
team
you're
out west.
then one of these Wests is going to get really weird.
so I don't.
I think the best way to work it would be what we're doing here, and then put. Again, this is the
If
14
geography
guys,
is
so
the
it's-
number one priority,
Right.
which I think for the purposes
Which
of what
who
we're
knows?
doing,
Who knows?
there's going to be something weird
'Cause
that becomes.
Rob Manfred has to say certain things to make things go on.
Mhm.
But I don't know if what if the Dodgers, who are such a powerhouse, are like, hey, we're being in a division with the Giants.
Yeah, we need those games still, and
I got a division to make here.
What do you like? What do you see?
Shit, the Rockies. Well, we already did. Okay, are we doing Rockies, Texas? Oh shit.
You can do it. Because it's not
No-
really
no matter
a
what-
rivalry.
Do you want to put Royals there?
We can
whatever
try that.
version of anything we do.
I don't really like that. 'cause
Like,
that
there's
would-
gonna be
they're
some
both
funk
in
to it.
Missouri. Why am I not adding both Missouri teams into one?
But they're not really close
Or,
to
you
each
know
other.
what?
They're not really close.
You want to put the Twins in there? That's a lot of travel. That's more travel for the
No, I
Twins.
think
That's
the
messed
Twins
up.
got to be north.
Unless
So
you
have
want
this
to
for
put,
now.
I don't hate that.
or do you want to put Nashville there instead of?
Stop it.
Yeah,
You're jumping 3 teams
we
if you
won't
do
do that. We won't do that.
I mean, it feels like we're working our way towards a fairly natural.
Oh,
These 4.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
been discussed.
Natural.
That Nashville, Braves, Rays, and Miami
yeah.
on the map works pretty well.
After that, Orioles, Guardians. I feel like the Guardians and the Reds should be in the same division. Ohio. And
You
then
think something
you have
like
the
that?
Orioles and Washington. Oh, you could do that too.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking. Okay, I was thinking Guardians, Reds, Orioles, Washington. Let's see what that looks like. Because I'm just thinking about.
There's always going to be some really funky one. So
that?
I'm sympathetic to the cause.
What is
I'm just
division
seeing something.
goes?
Let me just see something here.
I think.
What are you
So
thinking?
I
here?
think baseball-wise, this
Toronto.
exercise, you have to go to the Cubbies.
Cubs.
The
Okay.
Cubs are a signature MLB team in a signature city.
Cubs, Cardinals.
I think if we're doing this, they have to be with the White Sox.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cubs, Cardinals.
I think they have to be with the Cardinals. That's a rivalry, right? So
Yep.
do you just lump in the Reds to that?
Okay.
So it'd be
Just-
White
Okay,
Sox,
okay.
Cubs, Cardinals, Reds.
Sure.
It feels like and like I said, there's always going to be
That whole area is
something
so
weird.
messy.
You
It
could
feels
do-
it feels like a misuse of how close Milwaukee and Chicago are.
Yes.
'Cause that's an hour and a half drive.
Right. I would love.
But there is always going to be something weird.
Jeez, in this model, I don't know how. I think
Because then that leaves us.
Then you do a North journey with the Twins, the Brewers, Detroit, and Toronto.
Yeah, that's
And then
a
it's
good North
Guards,
grouping.
Pirates, Orioles, Nats. Yeah, I don't know. I think I let the current state of these teams come into my head too much.
Guards.
Yeah, it has to be a little
like-
bit
Yeah.
bigger
That, like
picture.
I see Guards, Pirates, Orioles, Nats next to Yankees, Phillies, Mets, Red Sox, and it's kind of like, depending how you line up the playoff format,
Right.
If it's just one team, guaranteed.
starts to get tricky. It starts to get tricky.
Now this is what we were thinking here. Jim, do you want to see Jim Bowden's proposal realignment?
I always want to see Jim Bowden's proposal.
So
I didn't
he's-
know you were one of his disciples.
I just have it up because I have many models. He says the Eastern Conference, the East he agrees with me, and I agree with me as well. Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Phillies for the East. What he calls the North, he would have Reds, Guardians, Tigers, Blue Jays. What he calls the Mid-Atlantic would be Orioles, and in this scenario, he has Charlotte,
Okay.
Pirates, Washington, and his Southeast is Braves, Marlins. In his example, he has Nashville also.
So he's adding two.
Yeah,
East Coast.
he had double Southeast.
Nash-
He's never been afraid.
Rays, he has there. And then he goes west, and then this is now the Western Conference to him. And he says Cubs, White Sox, Brewers, Twins.
Yeah.
Southwest is
No Cubs Cardinals is tough.
no Cubs, Cardinals is tough.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I'm just saying what he said. Southwest is Astros, Royals, Cardinals, Texas.
Okay.
I don't know if any of these teams ever Texas.
Yeah, I mean there you have the two Texas teams and the Missouri, Kansas
Missouri
teams.
teams.
Yeah.
The Pacific Coast, you got Rockies, A's, Mariners, Giants.
Okay.
And then the
yeah.
West has D-backs, Angels, Dodgers.
I will say that the math of doing 4/8, if you take the Portland Salt Lake team away, it makes the West Coast math a lot easier.
Yes.
Maybe we put them there.
Because then you have 4 and 4, just like he did. You do it Rockies, A's, Giants, Mariners. Mariners are now the oddball, and they still
Super
kind of
oddball.
are.
Yeah.
And then you have that pocket of San Diego, Dodgers, Angels, Snakes.
That's a lot of teams, like kind of
Probably why he did it.
east. My only issue with this is that a lot of those Midwest, are you going to put them at 10 o'clock time slots? Because that's what baseball is looking for. They want 7 and 10. So
They want one round of games to end, next round of games to end for the most part.
yeah, they are playing the West Coast teams then more.
I don't know how much of that is a priority. I don't know how much of that is
In control.
Rob being Rob.
We all agree on that East though.
Do we?
Now, if you do the 8 team,
I do think 8 team. Let's do one with 8.
I think 8 team ends up a lot cleaner.
let's do 8.
It's a lot fewer like difficult calls.
And mind you, this is how MLB would have their divisions prior to. They had 8-team divisions, right? Before.
I don't know where they were at, but it used to just be
before
AL, NL,
These are
East,
Chris
West.
Rose questions.
They used to only have 4 divisions before that.
Correct.
I know
They only had
sure.
4 divisions before.
Was that 6 teams each? Was that 8? I don't remember. I wasn't there.
Chris
All right.
Rose was there.
So let's do 8 here.
So
Let's make an 8.
I mean, let's even go. Let's just divide it in half because that's what it is.
Yes.
Figure out
So
the
where's
East-West
the half?
line.
Count 8 teams on the West, and then from there, everything.
Yeah,
else is
find our
east.
Westmost.
We'll
One.
keep Portland for now.
Let's assume
Seattle,
still Portland. 2, 3,
Giants,
4.
Dodgers, Angels, Padres, Vegas, Snakes, Rocks, the Texas teams probably.
Yeah.
You'd want to keep them together for sure.
Mhm.
Texas and Houston makes 11.
So then you need 4 more.
Royals, Cardinals.
And we need 16 total, so we're
Kind
at
of need the
13
Cubs and the
now.
White Sox.
Yeah, give them a
So
market.
then the only team missing would be. So then you do the Twins, and then the Brewers are in a really weird spot.
Yeah, it's just annoying for the Brewers.
Um,
Or we get weird and include the Brewers for the travel within the region, and they're just east of the Twins, but in the West.
Or maybe the Brewers are west and Portland never existed and it's 2 East Coast teams and Jim Bowden had it from the start.
Every time I see the model, I keep thinking about the 2 East Coast teams work, but it feels like the West Coast needs another team, kind of.
Now I want Monterey,
You want Mexico.
Mexico City.
You want Memphis. I mean, Mexico would be kind of interesting. I just don't see how that happens.
If we put them in Charlotte, the other new team, I believe this is our 16 Western Conference.
Does that work
Slate.
out oddly well?
It works out.
It's like kind of weirdly a clean line.
Very clean line.
But it doesn't change
Is
that I
it
think
the-
they won another
Is that the Mississippi?
West Coast city.
Is that the mighty Mississippi where that line is?
Runs kind of perpendicular to it,
A
but
little bit.
Just saw Dan Rourke again.
All the teams west of the Mississippi.
Imagine if that's what they came out. That was the press conference.
Just a guy that took a time machine and came back.
I think Mississippi
It's
like
just
runs
Gary
weirdly
Sheffield with a
this way.
cigar and a glass of whiskey. He goes, "We figured it out. West of the Mississippi. You're in the West." We're around an hour.
This is good.
I was going to ask you for final thoughts, but we got a lot of final thoughts out of you. Thank you, everyone. Let us know everything we got wrong.
Comment how you'd break them up.
I think players will get hurt a lot less, Jake.
There's a
doing
chance.
this
We do
because-
ignore the travel a lot. The travel stinks.
Travel stinks, day game after night game, all of those things. And now, actually, there's an argument to be made
I said I
that
wasn't asking for final thoughts.
there's an argument to be made that you can even now make to be able to make the schedule is a lot easier. So if you want to make certain rivalry games on certain holidays, it's a lot easier to do because of your conference. So now you can own
So it'll be easier to get more division
4th of
games
July.
in there.
You can own
Yankees,
Labor Day.
Yankees,
you can,
Mets every 4th of July.
Yeah.
Take your kids to the game.
You can own Labor Day. You can own Memorial Day. You can own all of those holidays the same way that NBA owns Christmas, Martin Luther King, and like those kind of holidays.
Columbus Day.
Yeah, sure, maybe. I guess now you don't call it that, but you could be able to do the other holidays too with that. I like that.
Everyone subscribe. Tell us what we got wrong and right. Thank Joe's McFly.
And your ideas.
And yours. And we'll be back on Wednesday. Joe's might not.
I will.